Okay, this is the color wheel project. The first thing that we need to think about is our design. This is custom to us. Now, in your supply kit from York, I gave you guys this template sheet. The reason for this is we normally would take notes on this in class, so we can't do this on our Chromebook. We need to actually use a pencil and some paper. Now, when we're deciding on the design for our color wheel, this is going to be the pattern that our color wheel is going to use. So also in your kit, you have this sheet as well. This is the template for how we lay out the color wheel. So right now, this is all blank, right? So this is just our sample for how we set up our spaces. We need to come up with a design to fill these spaces. And that's where this sheet comes in. So what you want to do is decide on the design that you want to create. And you can do that by using these sample segments. So you can start thinking about how you want your actual piece to look. And I like to start with just dividing up my different segments into different pieces. So maybe I want to do kind of like a diamond pattern here. Okay, and whatever design I do, I have to make sure that there's 6 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those correspond to this little code here. Okay, and this little code is what's going to give us our different colors. Okay, so the first one is our hue. That's just the color on its own. So in this case, that could be red. Okay. Number 2 is the hue plus the complement. So in that case, that would be red, and the complement of red, which is green. Number 3 is our hue plus the shade. So that would be red plus what makes our color dark, which would be black. And then number 4 would be our hue plus our tint. So for our example, red plus white. And then 5 and 6 just add more white. So it'd be our red plus more white. And then red plus the most white. This info is also on Classroom too, so you can always reference this back. This would change per segment. So this is just for our red segment. We would change it to then orange, and then that red would correspond to orange, okay? So back to our design. We have to make sure that those colors correspond to those different areas. So let's say I want this to be my color on its own. So that would be just the number 1. Maybe I want these 2 to be darker, okay? So that could be my number 2, my number 3. And then I want these to be my lighter colors. So that could be number 4, number 5, number 6, okay? The whole idea is that we're coming up with our own custom designs. So let's say I want to do something with polka dots. Okay, I just have to make sure I have 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then just make sure that those numbers correspond to your code over here. Okay, now what you want to do is try out different designs. You can use a ruler. Feel free to use your eraser, right? Just getting some different designs in here. Right? You can be creative. Try some different patterns and figure out what you like, okay? Now, if you have more than 6 segments, that's okay. You can just repeat a number. So if I wanted this to be, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I could say that this is also 1. Maybe this is like 4 and 4, right? You can just double up on the numbers to fill that space, okay? Once you try some different designs and you figure out what you like, you're going to choose your favorite, okay? So let's say out of all these, let's say I like my polka dot one the best. So this is going to be the design I'm going to use, okay? I'm going to use this design in all of my segments, okay? So figure out what you like, practice it on this sheet, and then decide on one design to use.